today's video, I'm going to be demonstrating how to wrap the bumper on this vehicle. I'm going to remove some basic parts to make it easier to wrap, plus also give it a proper clean, and then show you how the use of masking tape and different stretching techniques can help achieve an excellent result. So to take the light off, I'm just using an impact driver with a flexible bit. This enables me to get in and around, hold it on an angle. Okay, with the light out the way, it gives me good access to these areas here. Now I have to remove this little reflector here. So to take that out, I'm using just a small electric screwdriver, but this one's got a head that enables the bit to be on an angle. There's a screw up inside the bumper. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna now have a look at templating this particular area here. It's extremely tight, so that one piece of material is not going to be able to stretch all the way into this recess. So we'll have to look at putting a piece in here that goes around and on the top side here, so that when we wrap over the top, there's just a little join along that edge and something along the underside there as well. So now I put the other piece in the top here. I'm just going to pull the knifeless tape. That'll allow me to wrap over and then just have a piece fall in between these two pieces that are covering the inside. So there you can see the two inlays. Okay, so I've got the knifeless tape in place now. There's one other area on this particular bumper where there's a hard line on paint, where the paint transitions to the plastic part here. So I'm going to have to use knifeless tape to cut along there as well. Last but not least, run a bit of masking tape on the panel that we're not wrapping, and this will assist in the film slipping into the gap here. Because I'm not going to release the bumper from the car, I should be able to get good enough coverage to get that nicely wrapped without taking it off. Okay, so the bumper's fully prepared, tape in place, knifeless cutting tape in place, inlay is ready to go. Cut my material. I'm going to use a bar today, which is going to help me pull evenly as I come around this three-dimensional area. So this will give me, it's like having an extra set of hands. Yeah, so just gently introduce heat as I come around. So you'll see in a second how that works. And this is going to be very handy. Once I set up the material, I'll put some masking tape in place. So just check it for position, make sure that there's enough to get around. Don't need much at the top. And that way I know when I bring the material back around that's where I've got to head to. You can also take some of this excess out of the middle so it just gets out of the way. So I'll start from this side, just peeling back part of the liner just to expose some adhesive, and then I can tack this in place here for temporary, and then take the liner from this side. Then I want to just check the position once more. So at this point I'm going to create a permanent hinge in the middle, and that's where I'm going to anchor the material from as I stretch it around. Just also note, for the purpose of this video, I'm actually just going to skip over the fences, so I'll go over the top of them. Okay, so I've got it to about just before that area starts here, and this is where I'm going to now take the pole and start introducing a bit of heat so that I can have this area here stretch out of the film. And I'm just going to use gentle heat from a distance. If I concentrate heat in one spot like that, then stretch is going to come from that one spot. But if I gently warm over a broad area from a distance, you'll see that the film will start to soften up nicely. It only needs to get to between 25 and 30 degrees, and that's enough for the film to have the stretch that I need. See here that it's starting to do what I want. So at this point I can grab the top and stop about here and just come back a bit, and then I'm going to just do the same again. Now that I'm around, I can remove the pole. And then here, that corner that I'm going to aim for now, so I'm going to take the material quite wide. In fact, what I'll do is I'll just trim some of this excess off because I don't need that anymore. I'm going to go two directions and try and get that like that. And then I can take the excess this way. Pull any material here, and then we have a little bit of excess up here, but that's okay because I'm going to take that this way and get this corner here. So if I pull up, to here, same, there's a corner here, so if I just get that on there, a few wrinkles here, so just bring it that way for now. They'll actually get absorbed when I do that recessed area there. So now that that's on and around the complex shape, I can squeegee the rest of the air out of the material. Obviously there's a sensor here, so I'll just for now go around it. A little bit of a wrinkle here, but just take time. Eventually I'll find there's a line here where the recess starts, so just, there it is. So recess in here, the material is quite baggy, which is good. Glove, bit of heat. And then I'm just going to palm all the way in to there in one go. The next area I have is this line along here. So there's knifeless tape running all the way along here, so I need to finish that. There's a bit of stretch in the material here, so if I give it a little bit of heat, that should just retract nicely. And same for here, this is pulled and hooked to the corner, so heat to relax. Pretty chilled. And all chilled along here too. Start the tape over here, and then off we go. Okay, and that's now trimmed in here too. Alright, so I'm at the point now where I can lay this in over the inlay piece that I've put in there, so a little bit of heat. And I'm just going to move some of the material to this corner so it's a bit baggy. Same here. So what I'm trying to do here is just find the edge of my inlay. You can see it's just starting to appear here all the way along there. Find the other edge. Like so. This piece here now, we'll just lay in and fill in the gap. Little piece there, just a little bit of heat just to relax that. And then I can cut the excess away. Also here, I can bring that a little bit closer as well, so just very carefully following the line, which is very hard to see, but not impossible. Same here, trimming the excess just a little bit closer to the overlap. And once that goes back as far as it needs to go, because remember there's a lot little reflector going in here, so once that goes as back as it needs to go, then I can trim this excess off. Alright, there we have our inlay. With the reflector back in place, to the untrained eye, you wouldn't even notice. Remember, it's not paint, it's vinyl, but we can still get a pretty good finish.